Hey everybody, how's it going? B Temple back again, and today we got something that's fairly new, I suppose. First, I have to say it's been a little while since my last review, and it's mostly due to the fact that I had surgery about a week or so ago on my septum, and the recovery from that's not particularly great. Finally had the stents taken out yesterday, so at least I don't sound like I'm horribly stuffed up, like I have a cold or something like that, and I can actually finally taste food again now. So I thought it's a great time now to finally crack into a new ration. So this is a 2019 IMP. These are finally starting to trickle out. And this particular menu here, I'm pretty sure this will be the first review of a 2019 beef macaroni. As far as I know, there's only 2 reviews of 2019 IMPs so far. One of them's from ViperGTS. Actually, no, from Canadian Trucker, CT, who did a 2019 smoked meat, I believe it was, and demi-glaze sauce. And then also Smitty, I believe, did a chipotle chicken kind of thing. Not chipotle chicken carbonara. They've actually come out with a different menu now that's chipotle chicken. It looks completely different, but it looks pretty good. I have one of them. I'm going to try it out at some point, but no one's done the beef macaroni yet, so we're gonna dive right in. So yeah, it's a little difficult sometimes to find IMPs, and especially to find new ones, ones that are very, very new. These, as far as I know, are probably actually only like a couple months old. We'll see by the components what the date codes are inside. Remember that this is August the 1st today. So, not a whole lot else to say. It's Canadian IMP. We all know they have that sort of brown, bagged lunch kind of look to them, with the silver foil inside. This may possibly be the last year that we see this. There is talk that in 2020, Canadian IMPs are going to move more towards being bagged like US MREs. And they'll actually come with their own FRHs instead of soldiers being issued the FRHs, the flameless ration heaters, separately. So it's interesting to see that this may be the last year that we get to look at the, I guess what we'll like to call the iconic IMP look. Yeah, all we can really do now is just tear this open. Let's see if any sort of new items have shown up this year. We'll move it off to the side and have a look. First we have our main beef macaroni. Got a 289 gram portion. Surprisingly low on the calories and the fat. I'm quite surprised by that. And the ingredients list is not nearly as long as some of the other ones usually are. For dessert we've got sliced pears. Got ourselves a Mars bar. And as we know, that always goes with beef macaroni, tortillas, for some inexplicable reason. Peanut butter and our jam. They call this strawberry jam, and we finally moved to having both of these packed in this sort of brown tan kind of coloring. So they've probably changed, or it looks like they have changed their supplier for jam now. As opposed to using a Canadian company, they're using an American company. Got a peanut butter and banana trail mix. That's a new item for this year. 2 drink mixes, orange. Still using Dr. Oetker. Got our very large brown napkin and our Canadian IMP spork. 3-in-1 coffee. Canadian beverage bag with the gusseted bottom. Book of matches. Our Canadian maple leaf embossed napkin, which you just add a little bit of water to and it sort of puffs up, becomes a moist towelette. Little pack of Tic Tacs. And something I haven't seen in a Canadian ration, an actual little pack of Tabasco. Lately it's been, for a number of years, Frank's Red Hot sauce. But it's actually a little pack of Tabasco this time around. So, this is what we have for menu number 8 from 2019, beef macaroni. And if we look at the date code on some of this stuff, yeah, we've got 18361. So it's actually packed. This whole box was put together in 2019. But this was actually made on the, 27th, I suppose, of December, 2018. Let's see what the dessert is. Here we go. So this one was actually made the 36th day of 2019. So we're talking 5th of February, something like that. But most of these items are incredibly new in the grand scheme of things. We'll look at our peanut butter and banana trail mix. It has 19098, so the 98th day of 2019, which would put us somewhere into April, I guess, early April. So yeah, look, we got a good sort of assortment here. We don't have the ubiquitous hamburger bun or the pain hamburger. We do get our tortillas with our strawberry jam and peanut butter. I assume that's the way we'll go ahead and make a, I guess, a peanut butter and jam tortilla instead of a sandwich. And yeah, so I guess we'll get the tray out and we'll lay everything out, I suppose, unpack everything, and we'll get our main heated up. All right, everyone, so we got our main back finally heated up. You'll notice that the main, and I didn't show it on camera, but the sliced peaches as well now are in this sort of, I don't know how to describe it, faint mustardy yellow green kind of color. It's hard to pick up with the natural light coming in on this side, but it is a lot different than it used to be. It's no longer the silver foil pouches. I believe we started to see these creep in back in 2018, so last year. So yeah, we'll just pour out our main, see what it's looking like. That is incredibly hot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that felt like that was boiling water just landed on my thumb then. So I have no question about the main being heated up well enough. So there we have it, beef macaroni, which looks eerily similar to Chef Boyardee beefaroni. But I guess we'll find out how close it is. All right, so everything's laid out. Got our Mars bar. We've got our, I guess, our chocolate banana mix, which literally is banana chips, pieces of dried sweetened coconut, and Reese's Pieces. So it's a little bit of a strange, odd combination, I would think, but it is what it is. I guess we'll see what that combination tastes like. We got our sliced pears. Got one tortilla, which we'll save just for the hell of it, to put some beef macaroni on. We've got our peanut butter and strawberry jam tortilla. And we've got our orange drink. I don't drink coffee, as many of you already know from watching all my videos. So I don't really feel the need to mix that up. And I don't think that we're going to need Tabasco sauce for this. And nobody needs me to try Tic Tacs. So yeah, we'll just move on with the review, I guess. So I guess we'll try our main first. Like I said, it looks just like Chef Boyardee beefaroni. A lot of, IMP, MRE, retort pouch pastas have that sort of canned pasta kind of flavor anyway. It's just the nature of it. But we'll see if this is sort of, one step above or pretty much the same. You see the steam just still pouring off that. Let's give it a try. I don't know if it's because it's so piping hot, but yeah, that's actually really tasty. Yes, it does have that kind of Chef Boyardee kind of aftertaste to it, but it does actually seem to be just slightly elevated compared to just a simple canned pasta. I don't know if it's just maybe the type of tomatoes they use in the sauce, the quality of the beef, something like that. But yeah, this is actually really good. The one thing I think that would really take this even higher was if IMPs came with a little packet of black pepper. A little bit of black pepper on that would be absolutely fantastic. You can see it's like this, I don't even know what way to describe the type of pasta. It's obviously, it's not elbow macaroni. It's, I guess, straight macaroni, I suppose. I don't know the proper terminology for straight pieces of macaroni noodle, but that is what it is. Cleanse the palate a little bit with our orange Dr. Oetker drink, which looks an awful lot like orange Kool-Aid. And I tell you, that's so much better than MRE beverage-based powder. That takes it and, just blows it out of the water. It's not sickly. It doesn't have too much of a chemical taste. It's, I guess, as close to being natural, I suppose, as any sort of, just powdered drink mix could be. But yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. I only mixed up the one pack. I didn't feel like the need of wasting both packs on this. Let's try a little bit of this with a tortilla, I guess, and see how much mess we can make. So yeah, use the tortilla as a vehicle to transport this to my mouth, I guess. Yeah, the tortilla actually takes away from the flavor of the beef macaroni. The tortilla is a really floury flavoring tortilla, and it, yeah, what it basically tastes like is that someone took like a handful of just dry flour and threw a bit into the beef macaroni, and then sort of forced me to eat it. So, yeah, that's not the best way to go about eating your beef macaroni. I should have just, I don't know, made like a double roll or a sandwich or something of the peanut butter and jelly, I guess. Everything else now is pretty much sweet stuff, you know. But anyway, we'll move this way, I suppose. We'll try out our peanut butter and strawberry jam roll up, I guess is the best way to put it. So, give this a try. By putting all the peanut butter and jam on one tortilla, that, especially the peanut butter flavor, really overpowers the floury taste of the tortilla. So that kind of makes it, you know, a lot more palatable. So that's actually pretty good. Next, we'll try out our fruit. I gotta say, it's really great to be finally able to do a review again. The recovery from the septum surgery has been absolutely horrible. I still have one more week left, actually, of recovery. So, you know, stuff like I can't lift anything over 5 pounds. Things like that. That's the worst part of it. So, can't really do anything to sort of help with my children or do anything with my children, anything like that. So, it's a really horrible time of the year, right in the middle of summer, for something like this, but it's something that needs to be done. So, let's try out our pears. These are like any standard Canadian IMP dessert we've been seeing for years and years and years. And yeah, to me, it's perfect to have this in a ration. You know, I wish more countries had, even though it's basically just, you know, canned fruit. But I wish more countries had this as an option. You know, it's a little bit light. It's refreshing. And it gives you at least a semblance of the fact you're eating real fruit. But this is fantastic. You can obviously tell that it's incredibly fresh. The pear's not too mushy yet. It's still got a little bit of a bite to it, I suppose. So yeah, it's absolutely perfect. This is that and the sliced apples are my two favorite sort of fruit mixes that you get in Canadian IMPs. Really only got 2 items left. We've got our peanut butter banana weird mix thing, whatever this is. We'll get a little bit of everything. A handful, I guess. So we've got some banana chips, and we got some Reese's Pieces, and we got some pieces of dried coconut. This, to me, seems like a entirely odd combination. But let's see how it works out in practice. Okay, that works a lot better than I thought it was going to. You've got 3 completely different textures going on. So, you've got the incredibly crisp banana chips. Then you've got the hard, dried coconut. And then obviously you got like the crispy shell but soft center kind of Reese's Pieces kind of thing going. And I guess we all know that peanut butter and banana is actually a flavor that goes well together. And I really thought the coconut probably was going to be like the odd man out, like it wasn't really going to fit very well. But it's actually fairly pleasant. The coconut doesn't show up very much. I think the peanut butter is what really becomes like the sort of overarching kind of flavor in there. But it's actually not that bad. I'm quite surprised by that, actually. Yeah, obviously I'll no doubt finish that off. Lastly, it's not going to be a very long review. Try as much as I can now these days to, you know, expedite the process. Nobody needs to see me opening every single individual item, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, last we have our Mars bar, and according to the packaging, this expires in March of 2020. So one would believe this was probably made actually March of this year, which is not that long ago, seeing it's August 1st. So yeah, let's give this a try. It looks absolutely perfect. Yeah, and since this is like just a 100% commercial item thrown into a ration, that's just absolutely perfect. It's no different if you stop into the gas station or walk down the street to the local convenience store. You know, you just bought a Mars bar. No bloom whatsoever. It's only a few months old. So yeah, it's the same thing as buying it in the store. And it is absolutely perfect. For any of you who don't know what a Mars bar is, obviously it's a little bit like an American Milky Way. Not a British Milky Way bar, but an American Milky Way bar. It's got like a chocolate sort of flavored nougatine inside, and then caramel, and then covered in chocolate. It's a little bit like maybe a Snickers without the peanuts. that kind of thing. But yeah, this is very sweet, and it's a great dessert to sort of get in the ration like this. You come back to this same ration a couple years from now, maybe that chocolate bar is degraded a little bit. The way that these IMPs are packaged, they don't give the same shelf life for commercially packaged items like, say, a USMRE would. But I guess we'll start seeing differences in that when it comes to the new packaging that IMPs are going to have. So it'll be interesting to see then what commercial items in the newer, say 2020 or 2021 IMPs, what kind of shelf life they're going to have. It's probably going to be a little bit longer. So the reviews and stuff that we've done over the years of Canadian IMPs, some of the chocolate bars I've gotten in them have been absolutely horrible. I had a Bounty bar a long time ago when I used to do just written reviews for MREinfo.com, and the Bounty bar it's like a chocolate coconut bar, was from 2013 maybe, and it was probably, yeah, it's like 4 or 5 years old. The coconut was entirely rancid. It was like eating like rotting sawdust. That was the only way to describe it. So yeah, I'm thinking with the new packaging that the IMPs are going to have, you probably might not have that problem anymore, unless of course you're talking like many years down the line. But yeah, so guys, this has been our review of menu number 8, 2019's Beef Macaroni IMP. It's absolutely perfect. I think the only thing I would say is that I think probably a hamburger bun probably would have went a little bit better with this than tortillas. But I guess I don't make the packaging or packing decisions for that. But everything's been absolutely great. Orange drink, peanut butter and jelly, pears, the chocolate peanut mix was surprisingly good. Beef macaroni was actually excellent. I can't say anything bad about that, actually. And then we got our Mars bar. Of course, I didn't use some other things. I didn't mix the coffee up. I don't really see the need of that. I don't really need to use the matches in this review. Didn't really try out the Tic Tacs. Everyone's kind of knows what a mint Tic Tac is like. And I didn't feel that the main actually needed Tabasco. I'm not a huge fan of hot sauce anyway. I find it doesn't do a whole lot for me. I'd prefer something like black pepper as opposed to using a hot sauce when it comes to trying to enhance flavor of something. So guys, really happy to get back and do this review, and hoping to get another one done again sometime in the near future. So like I always like to say, thanks a lot for stopping by, and have a good one.